We're using Shot Creator to isolate how Cade Cunningham has become one of the most ethical hoopers on the planet and what he has done to improve his game from last year to this year, looking at both years' stats. We're going to be breaking down some key components of how he's gotten better. And when you're talking about Cade, he came off a season-ending injury from 2 years ago. So last year, he didn't get much of a summer to practice, and a lot of the things looked the same that we saw from his rookie year, to be completely honest. But the transition from last year to this year, like I said, all NBA level player, and a lot of that starts with being more efficient from a lot of areas on the court, scoring to make sure you're not one-dimensional. And the hook shot is what I want to look at first. 40 is 68 so far, shooting 58.8%. And if you're looking at what he did last year, 8 of 27, not as many attempts, and even the ones he took weren't great. And we're going to be talking about how a lot of his inside scoring has improved. Taking it in transition, sees a matchup with Dyson Daniels. He's going to let Cade bully him. Cade's going to dominate, back his way in. He's going to be able to put this one easily over Dyson, fully extending the arm there. Skipping to the next one. He's going to take it right back into the paint here, right on Dyson Daniels. He's going to manufacture his way in, hook shot in. And I want to skip to a different game here. Hornets, right on Miles Bridges. That's a 6'8 defender, kind of like a turnaround fade there, or a turnaround hook there. Able to put that one in. Another facet of his game that's improved is the turnaround jumper, turnaround hook, just using his turnaround move in the post. We saw it on a few plays from the hooks, and Shot Creator will probably bring up a couple of those examples again. But when you're able to have a multitude of ways to score inside, that's going to help you in two ways. One, you have the shooters around you so that defenders can't double. Two, you're going to have a height advantage on a lot of different dudes. So comparing from this year to last year, 39 to 71 so far this year, shooting 54%. About 55% there, too. I mean, that's an insane number for Cade. Obviously, not too many attempts, 71 so far on the year. But compared to last year, 14 to 36. So that's a major improvement. And I think that's a lot of his what his off-season work was this year, was crafting different ways to score. So looking at turnarounds, takes it in. A little bit of a turnaround hook there. But it's able to get that one in. Let's skip because I think it's going to show the Hawks once again. Takes it in on the bigger defender here. Oh. He fakes the spin, able to turn around and finish it. Big time bucket from Cade Cunningham there. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about was floaters. That's another part of his inside game that has improved. 65 of 144, 45%. And if we're looking at last year, floaters, 38 of 99, 38%. Another drastic improvement from Cade. And when you're him coming off of those pick and rolls, you're going to have a lot of opportunities to put up a floater, especially when there's a switch and you have a bigger defender on you. So looking at a couple of these, coming off a pick and roll from Duran, like we just talked about, he's going to have space from James Harden. Zubats is down low trying to cover Duran. So there's not going to be any option for them to be able to stop you. And so if his floater game continues to improve, he's going to be unstoppable. Here comes another screen. These are both from a couple nights ago against the Clips. Gets some room on Chris Dunn. Puts it in, even puts it up with his right. Let's see what else we got here. Utah. Walker Kessler doesn't get the switch, but his defender, Cade's defender, wasn't able to stay on him, but Walker couldn't go on him. So coming off the pick and roll, the floater is one of Cade's most useful assets. And to me, the most exciting thing is seeing Cade come back with this athleticism that he was touted with in high school in the World Cups or the FIBA U19s or U18s, whatever it was. He was athletic then, and it feels like his early time in Detroit was plagued by injuries, a lot of stuff holding him back, had that season ender 12 games in a couple years ago. But his athleticism seems to be back, and you can see that on some of these dunks. 28 to 37 this year. Last year, he only had 23 made dunks. And I mean, 2 alley-oop dunks, didn't have any alley-oops last year. I think he had 3 total this year. A lot of people get down on his athleticism, but he shows night in, night out. He's one of the faster guys on the court when he's pushing with the ball. And a lot of guys, when they have the ball, they can't dribble that fast. Cade has an amazing knack with the basketball, able to get inside. Here's going to come another transition dunk. Easy one from Cade, and one. Put the game away from Brooklyn. And this was Cade's first healthy offseason. What can he do with a second consecutive one? Man, looking at these stats, he doesn't have a lot of weak points. He's starting to find his X factors, his strong suits. I mean, are you talking about a top 5 MVP next year? And I think you can listen to that and call me crazy. But he's number 9 right now. He's going to have an All-NBA appearance under his belt, probably another All-Star game under his belt. Pistons are going to be just getting better, and they've shown, Trajan Langdon has shown they can build a team around this guy. So you give him more pieces, another year to get better. I mean, we're talking about a top 5 superstar in the league. Well, maybe the top 5 superstar, but top 5 MVP. Maybe top 12 player in the league. And it kind of stinks that MVP isn't always the catalyst for that, but you have to add in the Wembys and the players down in the seedings and injuries. But we'll be back at you with daily Pistons content, game breakdowns, bringing on guests. We had Sean Murphy, credentialed Piston media member, on the show. Make sure you guys check that one out. Let me know if you liked it. We can do some with some other players as well. But have a great night. Go Pistons.